Hello, children. How are you? Today I woke up bright and early and thought to myself, I really don't know how to paint backgrounds. I mean, just look at my drawings. Most of them are portraits, heavily character focused. The background is just an out of focus impression of the environment, just a sad collection of blobs of colors with Gaussian blur filter on it. But all the artists I follow use backgrounds as their secret weapon. Whether to tell a story or guide the focus to a specific point to highlight the character, the background plays such an important role. So, after I thought long and hard about it, I came to the conclusion that backgrounds are like your eyebrows. You don't really need it, but it looks so much better if you have one, or both. So, instead of running away from my responsibilities,
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I decided to learn how to draw backgrounds like a pro. Let's start with a plan. I can't say I want to learn drawing backgrounds and it just magically happens. I'm not a witch despite the deep desire to put curses on hoes. So, the first step to learning is to study, and I want to study the goat of backgrounds, Studio Ghibli. Studio Ghibli has such a special place in my heart. It's not just my childhood but also my adulthood because I keep re-watching Ghibli movies every year. They are like my warm comfort blanket. Personally, my favorites are Spirited Away, House Moving Castle, and Kiki's Delivery Service. And if you want to fight my favorites, do it in the comments. Every time I watch these movies, I am amazed by how vibrant and beautiful and whimsical the visuals are. The Studio Ghibli sky is a trademark at this point. It's not a sky unless it's that sky. So, as an artist, I want to be able to draw backgrounds just like that. Now, in this video, I am going to draw all the natural backgrounds. Study the natural backgrounds. Now, I'm not saying there aren't good cityscapes in Studio Ghibli movies. Just take Kiki's Delivery Service, for example. It has such nice cityscape backgrounds, and you can study them to learn a lot if you want to. But today I don't want to. So, I have three main reasons for picking Studio Ghibli for my background studies. One, it is beginner friendly if you have some idea about color theory and can draw clouds and trees and stuff. Two, I will be able to learn how each natural element interacts with each other in harmony. For example, the grass, the bushes, the sky, the clouds, flowers, the dirt path, etc. I've seen that in Studio Ghibli movies, the backgrounds are so vibrant. They have everything. It looks like Mother Earth just came out of a facial. And thirdly, which is the most important reason of all, it looks freaking awesome. Okay, first things first, we need to make a reference board. This is my reference board, and as you can see, we have scenes from various movies from the Ghibli studio, yet all of them look cohesive. And the reason behind it is that the color palette for all these references are similar in vibrancy. The sky is obviously a distinct color for every movie, and the buildings are surrounded with so much greenery. It really brings out the contrast of the overall scene and makes it more effective. Another thing is high contrast. Most of these scenes are set in the daytime, so the scope for bringing out the shadows is much greater. A lot of bluish shadow is used side by side with vibrant lights, so it really catches the eye. A lot of complementary colors are used. For example, this brick house against the vivid sky, or the yellow-orange train against the violet sky. The lines are clean and the rules of background, midground, and foreground are followed precisely. Okay, now that I have a better understanding of how to paint like a Ghibli artist, it's time to draw something on my own. This is the reference I'm going to draw in Ghibli style, but I have to keep in mind that I'm just going to apply the rules I've learned so far for this one and not copy exactly how Ghibli artists do it, because at the end of the day my style and Ghibli style are two very different things. My style is more of a realistic, semi-realistic thing, and Ghibli style, well, it is an iconic style of its own. I cannot claim to be an expert on that. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is color mapping in a very rough way. I just want to see what colors goes with what, and I am not going to follow the color palette of the reference itself. As you can see, I am making the piece way more vibrant. I am picking out the most saturated colors for the background, midground, and foreground. And after I am done doing this, I am going to smooth it out and then proceed to fill out the details and make the whole background come to life. So I am using the Ibis Paints cloud brush, and they just give this brush. Okay, I have not downloaded it from anywhere, and it's such a nice brush. As you can see, the clouds look so fluffy and realistic. I absolutely love how it turned out. But I wasn't sure what type of brush to use to have that fluffy leaf kind of a look without actually having to paint all the leaves on its own. And I really couldn't find anything. I just stuck to the watercolor brush, and honestly, the leaf brush in Ivy's paint is, oh my god, it's so bad. Alright, so the house is done. Again, for this big bush thing, I really did not have any good brushes. I tried everything. I tried the gouache one, I tried the watercolor one, I tried the pen fade one, but nothing was looking really good enough for me, and not really Ghibli like either. Wait, did I say Ghibli? Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? Sometimes I say Ghibli, sometimes I say Ghibli. Don't come for me, people say it both ways. Anyways, as I was saying, I was so frustrated with how the brushes did not satisfy me when I was painting the leaves. I just ended up using the cloud brush, and guess what, the cloud brush actually looks better than any other brushes that are related to leaves anyhow. So if Iris Paint is listening to this, please upgrade your leaf brushes. I really need a good leaf brush. And now for my favorite part, the flowers, the pop of color we've been waiting for, and it looks so much better after adding the flowers because it kind of gives the sufficient amount of contrast. And before that, it was kind of monotonous with all the greens and blues and stuff. And I know I skipped a lot of steps in between. Don't worry, I will include a speed paint video at the end of the video. This is the final result. It looks close enough to Ghibli, better than the Ghibli AI trend that everyone was doing this year. Bro, please stop feeding your data to the AI, you baka. Anyways, now that we have a background, I want to put a character in it. So let's paint a character that will look part of the background and not just a sticker on top of the background, which is something I really struggle with.
Get high for speed pin now.
is the final result. Children, we have learned so much in under 15 minutes. I need to lie down. If you like this video, how about a sweet little subscribe and maybe like and comment? And I'll see you next week. Bye bye.